I am so sorry, Virgos. I'm going to try to figure out how to splice these videos together, but if I don't figure it out, this is the twin flame and separation skeptic reading for Virgos. I know several Virgos. I was married to a Virgo. I still am technically. I was with him for 14 years. This card came out. This is the Lover's card. I'm just going to do a quick recap. It was at the bottom of the deck. Virgos are very much about their head, even though they're an earth sign. They are practical workers by nature and very analytical. So I've got the divine masculine on my left and divine feminine on my right. And I was just talking about how, for skeptics, I feel like these videos, I kind of been being called to do videos for someone like me who's feels they're very much on a spiritual journey, had a series of sort of cataclysmic events happen into which I was plunged into a dark night of the soul rather unwillingly after I met my twin flame, who was the catalyst for all of this stuff happening. Well, at least for the breakdown of my marriage. Don't get me wrong, that was my fault, but it was, meeting my twin was the start of everything. And then now feeling like I'm on a spiritual journey, I have quit my job. I'm starting my own company, and I've been back into tarot and doing this, and I've kind of just not known what the heck is happening to me, so I've been a little bit of a skeptic. But as I said, healthy dose of skepticism goes right along with mysticism, and I think it's good to have them both to balance each other out. So my divine masculines over on the left here, I pulled the Ace of Swords, which is a truth coming to light. Eight of Swords reversed, which is somebody hanging here in sort of a grief and stress in their head. So I think something came to light here. An idea came out, or something came out that is enabling this guy to get away from this and is leading to finally getting some rest. This is the card of exhaustion, being overworked, okay? And then my feminines, or just thinking too much, overanalyzing. Not Virgos, no. And then over here, this is divine feminine. This is very Virgoian energy. This is a knight in reverse. I look at this guy as kind of a knight of Templar. He's very practical. He's very dependable. He always works towards the right thing, but I think he's gotten off track. Okay, I think he's gotten off course, and there's something that's not, they haven't felt like themselves lately, divine feminines. You haven't felt like, or you've been working towards something that's not what you want to be doing. This work that you're doing, this really dependable, reliable, hardworking person who's very even keel is not feeling that so much these days. And then we've got the Magician under that. So this is somebody that really, divine feminines, you really want to make something happen, right? Got your amazing Magician guy there with his Stonehenge and his unicorn and his sword and his runes and his fire and his wolf and his cup and all of the elements, all of the things he needs to make something happen. And then right under that, we have a Six of Swords. We have a walking away. This person's taking all the ideas, all the knowledge, all of those swords that he's been given, and he's gathering them up and he's walking towards something better, leaving something behind. So whether that's maybe a job you don't like, or a relationship, or friends that are making you feel like you're not yourself and like you can't be your normal, reliable, dependable self, however that's taking form for you, there's something you're walking away from. And divine masculines, there's something that came to light that's been the contributing factor to all of the stress that you've been hanging in. And now I think you're finally going to get that much needed rest you need after all this overanalyzing and all this exhaustion. And again, we've got this Lover's card crowning everything, guys. This is a decision of head over heart or heart over head. And I think that decision is having to be made here in both of your cases. And as I said before, I know Virgos are very analytical. You guys are all about using the mind, rationality, black and white, to an exhausting level. I'm a Taurus, right? We're both earth energy, but my energy can be a lot more fanciful and a lot more laid back, even though I'm a fixed earth sign. We are stubborn, but we also know how to have a lot of fun. Not that Virgos don't, but there's, I think, a little bit more room for dreaming with a Taurus. So anyway, in the middle, the binding card we have is karma. So this card is like cyclical, right? You got the whole cycle of life happening here with your ancestors up there. So whatever this is that's going on right now in this period, this month, so we're doing it because we're doing these for June 22nd, July 22nd, whatever's happening with this sort of truth coming to light, and whatever it is for masculines and feminines, whatever it is you're trying to manifest and you're walking away from. This is the Judgment card in the Rider-Waite deck. So something very karmic is happening here. We're definitely getting a moving out of one energy and a moving in of another energy. And another combining card or connecting card here is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This lady in the upright is this is like the single card. This is like I'm making things happen. I got my job. I make my money. I do my thing. Hot single man or lady about town, but this is in the reverse. So this person has not been feeling this way. Either you feel like your finances have been drained, or you feel like you've been single and you don't want to be. And you need to reevaluate the way you make money. Okay, this card came up for me all the time when I was thinking about leaving my job and reevaluating how it is I make money and doing something that felt more fulfilling to my soul. So perhaps the Divine Masculines have had the same idea and the same thought, and this is going to get them out of the stage of worry and out of feeling this exhaustion and be able to rest. And perhaps for our Divine Feminines here, this is going to make you stop feeling like you're trucking along this road and getting nowhere. Whatever you're doing isn't practical. It's not working for you. This is not in line with your spirit. Okay, this is a very Virgoian card here. And then maybe you really got some ideas on how you're going to manifest what it is in your head and bring it back down to the earth. And you are going to walk away from something, right? You're like, I'm done. I'm out of here. No more of this. This isn't serving me. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay? And whatever this is, it's karmic, guys. I've said this before, and I feel like this is a collective message. Twin flame journey is not just about being with somebody that you love. Yes, we all love our twins. We all want to be with our twins. When we're in separation, it sucks, right? We're miserable. The point is, you can't just walk around in that state. I'm doing these readings to try and help others like me focus their energies in a more practical manner, okay? Focus your energy in a practical manner. How do you turn this guy upside down, feminines? How do you get back to feeling like yourself? What do you have to walk away from, right? What is it you have to walk away from, masculines? What is it you need to take a time out from? What have you just been worrying yourself to death about that you need to take a time out from? We're going to clarify and find out, okay? So the first thing I want to clarify on here, Divine Masculines, is this Ace of Swords. What was this truth that came to light that we need to know about? Wow. This guy, Page of Swords. This is somebody that, he's got his little mushrooms there. See that? This is a person that's very intellectual. They are I look at them as somebody that's learning. A lot of the pages can also look like apprentices to me. And this one, he he gathers knowledge, right? Like he's gathered those mushrooms. He's gathering knowledge. He's gathering insight. He's trying to figure out what it is he needs to know. And like he's kind of listening. I kind of look at him as the guy that stands in the corner of the room and he listens to everyone else's conversations and he takes in everything, but you don't really know he's standing there taking in everything. And he's doing that because he's going to learn how to apply these to his own life in a practical way somewhere down the line. Now, however it is that this thing came to light, maybe Divine Masculines, this is kind of you. This is you learning something. They've got the same sword there and you've just figured something out. Or this has to do with this air sign energy. Okay, it doesn't have to be an actual air sign, guys. I don't read signs in court cards. It makes me crazy. We have too many signs in our chart. All right, it gets too confusing if I'm sitting here spouting signs at you constantly through the reading. That's just me. So I think this is the energy. Either this person had to do with something you found out, which would be a younger air energy, male or female. It doesn't have to be super young in age, but is usually, I'd say, no older than low 20s to mid 20s, but they have that mentality. You know, a younger, breezy kind of intellectual energy. So something came to light with that. And let's see, let's pull a clarifier on the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Swords here. So I'm just going to do 2 in a row. 8. Wow, guys. Okay, on the 8 of Swords, we've got the 5 of Swords, Divine Masculines. This has to do with a lot of fighting. This has to do with a lot of conflict. And this involves other people, and this has been giving you a lot of anxiety. So whether this is family issues, friend issues, whatever this may be, there has been a very hard battle you have been fighting. It has involved other people, and there have not been any winners. Okay? And then clarifying on top of this exhaustion card and this need for rest, I have this 8 of Cups, this walking away from an emotional situation towards something better. I see this guy too as somebody that's walking away from gossip, right? Like, whatever these people are talking about. He's like, this doesn't serve me. This doesn't mean anything to me. This isn't fulfilling to me. I'm walking away, but he's in the upright. So there's been an unwillingness. Every time I see this card, in the reverse, this 8 of Cups, this is an unwillingness to walk away from something that's emotionally draining and not fulfilling. Or that your heart just isn't in, okay? Like, it's not serving your soul at all. And you haven't been walking away from it, and that's why you're exhausted. So I think that that's really what needs to happen for you, Divine Masculines. Whatever this may be, again, this could be friends, this could be family members, people that have just been causing you a lot of conflict, okay? And maybe this person here, whatever's been causing you conflict, I really feel like an effort needs to be made to come away from that. And then Divine Feminines, I'm going to go ahead and pull here for the Knight of Pentacles. I'm just going to do all of your clarifiers here. So we're going to do Knight of Pentacles reversed, Magician, and 6 of Swords. We're going to pull clarifiers on all of those, okay? So we've got the 8 of Pentacles. That's fantastic. The 4 of Pentacles. Wow, guys. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So many Pentacles, Virgos, in your earthiness, in your hard workiness. Look at this. This guy is like the master builder, right? He's like the master. He just wove all those pentacles, and he hot shit. And he's still going. He's still going. This is like work. But this is good work. This is satisfying work. This is work that produces something. Okay? So I think on top of here, you've been working. It's not in the upright, so I don't know if it's working towards the wrong things or feeling overworked, but I think a sense needs to come back where you've just been working so hard. And I mean, maybe that is why this guy's upside down and he's not feeling right. He's like, God, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I feel off course. I've been busting my butt, weaving all these pentacles. And maybe it's time to come into making sure that work is so fulfilling, which is why we get the Magician here. But we have a problem. We've got this 4 of Pentacles on top. This is somebody that doesn't want to let go of his money and his pentacles. This is holding on to something very tightly. This is somebody that doesn't want to let go, right? And he's holding, but it's also, it can be about having set a really strong foundation, right? And you don't want to let things go because you've been working really hard to build something. You've been working really, really hard. But now you need to figure out, it's not enough just to hold on to these things for dear life and fear that somebody will steal them. You got to do something, right? You got to do something there and learn how to manifest it. And then this walking away from this Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles reversed is about feeling like there wasn't a solid foundation somewhere and you had to walk away from that. Give me 1 second, honey. Okay? This is a feeling like you have to walk away from something that didn't have a foundation. Hold on 1 second. That's Orion, everybody. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about that. That was my son. So,
I said web video.
okay. Okay, so anyway, getting back to things. So we left on Divine Feminines having to walk away from something that you feel there's not a solid foundation there. There's no money there. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what maybe a relationship where there's no foundation, or this is what you're feeling like. I'm really getting a work vibe for you guys. I don't know if it's because you're Virgos. I'm like feeling like, the situation with the divine masculines, maybe this really does have all this fighting and everything has to do with your divine feminine, and this thing that you're walking away from, maybe you just feel exhausted and you feel like you can't handle it, right? But I do think that there's a lot of family conflict here. There's a lot of family conflict, and maybe this airy, breezy air sign has to do with your divine feminine. Maybe you had to leave another relationship because you, this is how you view your divine feminine as, this really breezy, fun, airy energy that's super analytical. I'm not sure, but there's definitely conflict here and something that came to light that you're needing to walk away from. And again, like I've said, I feel like this is so much more about focusing our efforts towards something that's going to be practical and towards something we can work on for the collective of making ourselves better people, right? And being more enriching to our soul. So however it is, guys, that you need to figure out, and this is the main connecting energy with this karma, there is just something here that is beckoning you to rethink your relationship with money and your relationship with wealth, what you find to be fulfilling. Okay? Because when we're on our twin flame journey, you shouldn't be feeling like this. Although I know it's hard not to. You should be feeling like this. You should be really reveling in your independence and making you feel like, you know what, I'm going to go out with my friends. If I hate my job, I'm going to walk away because it stinks. There's no good foundations in this job for me. I have nowhere to move up. Or, with these friends, they're not real friends. There's no foundation here. They're lackluster friends. You need to feel like you're really feeling like you've got all of your coins going on. Okay, guys? So whatever that is, whatever this walking away is from conflict here in this emotional situation, this truth that came to light for you, divine masculines, divine feminines, whatever it is you've been working on that has not made you feel fulfilled, that you need to walk away from, and whatever it is you need to make manifest, I think that whatever it is you want to make manifest, you're worried about money. I think you're worried about not having enough money. I really do. But I think that there's always ways we can reevaluate. I didn't think I had enough money either when I kept getting this card. And then I decided to leave my job. And then I remembered that I had some resources I wasn't thinking about, and I made it happen. So however you take that, guys, however that resonates with you, I'm going to pull 4 more clarifiers. And then we're going to wrap this one up. I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter. There's Orion again. Say hi.
Hi.
I'm so sorry, Virgos. He keeps coming in here, but it's so adorable. Anyway, that's my son, Orion. He's going through cancer, if you haven't noticed. But he's my heart. So hopefully nobody finds offense to that, because if you do, I think that you don't have a heart. So anyway, moving on. We're going to clarify this with these messenger oracle cards that I got. They've got a really cool pentacle on the back. And we're going to clarify for the divine masculine first, whatever this conflict is, this having to walk away from something emotional and feeling stuck in this really kind of gross energy and feeling exhausted and fighting this battle. I think that they're really going to be coming out of this energy, whatever it was that's made you feel like you've had to fight, and you're hopefully going to be able to start walking away from this situation into something more emotionally fulfilling. Wow, and look what we get. A new day dawns. And number 1, this is definitely a new beginning for you guys, okay? However it is you view love, using your heart or your head, rationalizing it, feeling too much, not knowing, outer conflict, whatever this truth is that's come to light about this air sign, you are feeling like you're going to get a new chance. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm dying. Anyway, so a new day dawns for you guys. And what is that? What karmically, like I said, moving out of an old cycle and into a new one. What is it that needs to be reevaluated here in terms of your relationship to what makes you feel wealth? What is it that you've been avoiding walking away from, emotionally speaking, that's going to get you to this new day and that's going to lead to your divine feminine? I really do think there needs to be a total reevaluation here of how you feel fulfilled in your life. Okay? Divine feminines for Virgo. See the signs. This is a really cool card, isn't it? It's all kinds of cool stuff going on there. I look a lot at this card a lot as like animal totems. A lot of symbolism in this card, right? Seeing the signs. What is it that you feel hasn't been going right for you? What have you been working so diligently on that's made you feel upside down? You know, I don't really feel this is so much relationships. I do feel like this one is work because you've got, I mean, when I clarified, you got 3 pentacle cards. Not having solid foundations, not making enough money, working really, really hard, summoning all these pentacles and feeling like this is getting you nowhere. You know, what's really funny, as I said when I opened this up, that my current husband, who separated from, is a Virgo, and also my best friend and business partner is a Virgo, and these are 100% what's going on with them. So I sure do hope that this is resonating with you guys, divine masculines and divine feminines, because I would hate for this reading to just be what's coming out in my energy. So anyway, hopefully this is resonating with you. I'm going to pull 2 more clarifiers on these. And I'm trying really hard to keep situations I know about neutral and out of this reading and look at it from a different perspective. But man, it is just so right on. And these people are not going through twin flame situations, obviously. Well, not directly, right? So Virgo's twin flames and separation. I'm going to do a clarifier for the divine masculine over here on my left. Whatever this battle is that you're done fighting, this inner turmoil and this outer turmoil, this need for rest and to walk away from an emotional situation. We've got a new day dawns. We've got something karmic, old cycles and new cycles filtering in, but something that was very much meant to be. Very much meant to be. And a sort of rebirth here, okay? A rebirth on how you look at love, which is really, really beautiful. I don't like all of this conflict and tension, but like I said, this is all working its way out, but you have to figure out how to separate yourself emotionally, okay? This has to do with your twin, and you're not living in your single, living la vida loca life. That was a horrible reference. I'm sorry I did that. But you know what I mean. Living your fulfilling, being your best self, living your most fulfilling life. That's what should be focused on here, okay? So what's the main takeaway? How can we begin to move towards that? What's the best? We're looking for an advice card here. Wow, guys. Love. Love, love, love. Love, lovers, love. All right? I think this is just focusing on love and focusing on this new day that's in front of you. And I think that there's just love potential here. There's so much love potential. And if we can just get out of this energy and if we can just rest. So divine masculines for Virgo, if I had any advice for you, I would say that there is beautiful love potential here, right? So, so beautiful. But the focus has got to be on the heart. It has to be on the heart, no matter what and no matter who you're dealing with. Whether it's towards your twin, towards your family, towards your friends, towards yourself especially. I really think that you just need to try and keep centered and focus on coming from a place of love. Okay? For the next 30 days. That is not always easy. Trust me, I know. All right, divine feminines for Virgo. What is the best advice card we can get for you? And how to move forward and walk away from whatever this thing is that you're walking away from, and whatever it is You have got this super powerful magician energy about that you're trying to manifest. What is it here that we can do? Okay, I think I got it. Peace. It's really beautiful with her baby and her lamb. So I think Virgos, for you, it's not being so hard on yourself. Sorry, Divine Feminine Virgos, not being so hard on yourself. All right? See the signs. Quit holding so tight and worrying so much about your money. And know that you have this power to manifest whatever it is you need to manifest. Okay? Have peace with yourself. Don't beat yourself up over whatever it is you have to walk away from that did not have solid practical foundations for you. All right? I think that you need to move towards something that's going to set you back upright and help make you feel like you're a little bit more in your element. So however it is you find peace, these cards have a very nature element to it. So maybe it's going out in nature. Maybe it's, again, I feel this reevaluation with what makes you feel wealthy and fulfilled. Okay, but be gentle with yourself because I think you're beating yourself up. Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines, I think you know you're at the end of your rope and something needs to change. And you need to just focus on the love in your life that you do have and getting yourself to a place where you can come out of that conflict. All right? So, and move away emotionally and rest again. Just rest because know that there is new beginnings ahead. New beginnings ahead for sure. All right? So, and then one last thing, maybe this karma will kind of help move out, again, that old energy and move in the new energy that it is that you guys need to have to really help facilitate this for you and bring in the new love and bring in the peace. All right, guys. So that's all I have. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so sorry about the interruptions. Not really, but a little bit. So I'm going to go play with my son, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. And until next time, namaste.